No, you're good. How's it going, man?
Holy shit, I
Good?
think I'm
Is that what you
live.
said? You kind of broke up.
Am I live?
All right.
I think I am.
Fuck. All right.
Yeah.
Uh.
Uh, shit, I haven't done this in
I
so
forgot.
long. Right
No,
now
you're
I'm
good.
doing
Chill.
a
It's all
fucking
good.
Zesty Jesus.
Yeah.
Zesty Jesus
Uh,
interview. I'm live streaming it.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not saying anything here though.
I should have wrote my fucking questions.
Forgot.
Down.
How
I
to do
just
this.
joined on this server thinking that I could just mess with it for a bit.
What the fuck?
No, it's all right.
Like-
Take your time. You got time. No worries.
I think I got it.
Real emojis. But
Like I said, I haven't done this in so
Yeah,
long. I just want to
I saw
record
this
and live
clip.
stream this, so we know what's going on.
the other day about hang on, let me pull this up.
Was he gonna talk
Okay.
about the short stuff? The
It
short
was
stuff?
something about
I asked him about
short?
that beforehand. Yes, he's
Yeah.
asking about the short shit.
Yeah,
I called it.
And like I don't know like what warranted that. That like just didn't really. That just kind of just didn't really sit right.
And it's working. All right.
No,
sweet.
it was unwarranted. It was a shitty thing to say, and I shouldn't have said it.
Because it's
No.
like
I
I'll
did
shut up now.
apologize to the
It
guy.
sounded like fucking Tyler McVicker from like the creators.tf bullshit that happened.
No, oh, God, I don't think anyone can get on the same level as Tyler. God, that
Fucking-
Jesus. No, again, it was uncalled for. I was kind of in the heat of a moment with a string of conversation, and you can watch the stream VOD. It's there. You can watch the full context of it. But yeah, shouldn't have said it.
Oh.
It was shitty.
Oh, okay. Fuck, I accidentally had my volume muted. But okay, I guess I can fucking see that again. But yeah, that was kind of just about like the one. That was kind of just like the one question I had, and like before and like prior to that, I was just I don't know. Taking
Yeah, you're putting the fucking gorilla emojis. I don't know
Yeah.
I don't know where that comes from or why, but all right.
because Ape Gang. That's why Ape Gang.
I'm assuming referencing something I don't understand. So you have fun with it.
I fucking made it up.
Why? Why?
Because it's funny. Because it's funny.
It is funny. It is funny.
Yes, because it is.
It really
fucking
is.
hilarious.
All right,
And if images-
we can
if
poll the
if
people in the
images-
chat. Is the ape emoji funny?
Spam ape emojis if you think it's funny.
It seems
All right, I
like
gotta
the
do this now. Hold on,
consensus
hold on.
Images,
Now I gotta spam
images.
the ape emojis.
It's a bit of a. It seems like a bit of a maybe. We got what seems to be a bit of a split.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Oh lord.
I love it.
All right, cool. I mean, hey, if that's
Yeah.
all you had, then no worries.
I actually had another question.
Fire away.
I was gonna say, would you?
Stupid.
I know this has something to do with Fortnite for some fucking reason, but
Bro, Fortnite. Oh my
would,
god.
Would it be possible for like a TF2 thing, for like a TF2 collab to happen? Like, even though Steam and Epic fucking hate each other.
I
And I
pray to God that never happens. Jesus.
Personally, I think it'd be fucking hilarious.
I mean, they already have. There are so many IPs crammed into that fucking game. Like Fortnite's just being treated like the side of a NASCAR car, dude. Ugh.
Fortnite is a dead horse that is being beaten.
Like,
for every
I'm
single
not
penny
dogging
that
the
can be drained
gameplay.
from
The
it.
gameplay's
Period.
fine if you enjoy it.
I'm
Then,
not wrong.
Then that's your type of game. It's not my type of game. I just don't like what the game represents for microtransactions and battle pass system bullshit. You know, because you bury good games underneath all of that bullshit. You can't. It's harder to get at them. You know, so I don't like that.
I'd say it's kind of just like for like promotional purposes most of the time, since like recently they added Dead Space.
No, and
can-
it is for promotional purposes, but not for Fortnite, but for the IPs, because the IPs realize that kids don't watch television anymore. They play video games and they watch YouTube videos. So what better a way to directly advertise what they're selling than putting it in their favorite video game?
Right.
You know? So that's why I don't like it. It's a really insidious... Ugh, I don't like it.
Okay. I think I have like two more questions.
Sure.
Would you think it'd be possible if like if Valve actually got their head out of their ass. Would you think it'd be possible if there would be like more Adult Swim collabs in game?
Oh, dude,
Like-
my God! Like, if Valve struck when the iron was hot with Adult Swim, they could have made a lot more beautiful content. I think for like
Yeah.
Adult Swim shorts or other Adult Swim stuff in the game. I think that would have been like the tone of TF2 meshes so well with the tone of Adult Swim that it's like a match made in heaven, and it's a shame they didn't go further with it.
Honestly, specifically for me, that would be like Venture Brothers.
That would be fucking awesome,
Oh, yeah,
man.
They
I
kind
know.
of take place within the same.
That would be
time.
awesome, bro.
Oh yeah,
I
that would have been
I would have.
perfect.
I would have loved to see the Scout fucking rocking the fucking monarch beard and the fucking eyebrows.
Yeah. I mean, we got the cosmetics that we did, but there was definitely a lot more room for expansion. Yeah. Bit of a shame.
I think there was another thing, and this was like one of my friends when I mentioned you. And
Yeah.
they said something about shrimping and like
Trimping.
it's like
yeah.
it's like said that like you like that was like one of the things that you never liked in TF2.
Well, I didn't say I didn't like it. My point by kind of poking at it in my demo night video is that it's this overhyped movement gimmick that rarely manifests into a meaningful result. Sends you flying across the map, but then like, oh shit, everyone knows where you are now. We're gonna go kill you. Also, you only have a sword, so you die. Yeah, it's just a
That's
flashier
exactly how
way
it
to
is. That's
throw
why.
yourself into
That's
the
why
game
I'm a
and
demo
die.
night man. That's exactly how
I
it
think that's
is,
what makes
and
it
it's
just
awesome.
Super fucking hilarious though. Like
No,
just
it's
the-
hilarious. Yeah.
It's fucking
Yeah,
funny.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Alright,
Yeah, no,
I'll
it's,
think about it.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
Yeah, because it's just like just source game shit, I guess.
No, yeah. I mean, if it's, I don't deny that it's, fun. It's a funny, silly gimmick thing, you know. I fuck around with it, but like people trying to pass it off as this viable tactic are frankly delusional. That's just my opinion.
Someone said Rick and Morty and TF2.
Oh my god, I would drive an ice pick through my cock if that ever happened.
Just like Leon Trotsky.
I'm gonna get a minigun and fucking kill my wife.
Throw myself off a fucking cliff, dear god.
All right. I think that's all. I think that's all I got right now.
Okay,
I'm just
cool.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
All right, sounds good, man.
Can I show my Twitch?
I mean, yeah, if you want.
Yeah. Follow my Twitch. Haha, I have it on my profile. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. He has a
Woo!
Twitch. Hopefully you're entertaining and you're not advertising a poor product. If so,
Exactly.
they'll let you know. They'll let you know.
I'm top gamer.
Absolutely.
This guy is
And
top
leader of
gamer.
Game Gang.
Okay,
That's
he's
not-
top
that's one
gamer.
of those
Let's do
things.
this.
Oh God. Okay, well you've
still writing down my
found your
questions,
means
so my
to
hand's
create
not
a
up yet.
quote unquote community by
I'm
using
just trying to
Ape
think
Gang.
of what to say.
All right, cool. All right, cool, man. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, type them in
Appreciate
the
it.
fucking Google search bar just so I can have
All
them
right.
down.
Next is Kazalol. Kazalol_M. Interesting
Hi,
name.
Zesty.
What's popping, man?
Yeah, I'm sorry about the name. It's a little strange. Came about because I can't fucking spell to save my life.
It's fine. Don't worry.
Dyslexia moment.
But yeah, when you said you were gonna have this Q&A sesh, there were a couple questions that crossed my mind, all various different topics. But I'm gonna start with geology because you're a geologist, correct?
Yeah.
So I actually really enjoyed the video that you made where you went around and like explained all of the different I don't know what they're
Yeah, the geologic formations that were on
Yes,
certain
yes.
TF2 maps. Yeah.
yeah, so I was wondering if you would ever like just do I don't know, like another version of that, but not specifically like TF2, like you just go out and you like show off like a really cool geological formation and just talk about it for a video.
See, I want to do that, and funny enough, my initial plan for that
do
video
that.
with
I would
all that
eat that
footage
up.
was
I
to
would
make a
eat that up
more
so hard, man.
in-depth video along
I would
those lines.
I would love to see
The
that.
only problem being I was woefully unprepared to not only record footage, but also record myself in a very windy environment. And the voice recordings you got were about maybe 10% of what I recorded, and the rest
no.
were almost inaudible because of the horrible microphone that I have on my phone. So
Bro, he's using a gas
I'll be
station
investing in a
mic.
camera and a better microphone so I can actually make videos like that.
Yeah, no, I just thought that was really cool. And then follow-up question to that: how did you get into geology? Like, how did you?
No, I
figure
think
out,
I got
this
enough
is what I'm gonna do
questions
for
to
my
make
career?
something happen here. I think I wrote down
Well, I
enough.
mean, as
Somewhat.
cliche as this sounds, it was just a lifelong interest in rocks since I was a kid. You know, rocks and volcanoes and just, you know, just all the curiosities about how the Earth worked. And then in high school, believe it or not, my high school offered a class in geology, and I took it as a senior. And I'm like, huh, you can actually make a job out of this? And then I applied to the university and went with geology, and it just went on from there.
Yeah, that's just really cool. I was kind of curious because that's kind of a unique profession. You don't really hear that one. Like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm a geologist. So.
No, yeah, we are. We're not very much talked about because there's not a lot of, I guess, fanfare with what most geologists
Yeah.
do, and that's, you know, oil and gas or mineral resources or water or things like that. The role, not to toot my own horn, the role of geologist is important because, I mean, if you use it, look at anything in your room right now. If it's made of metal, if it's made of plastic, if you drive a car, if you drink water, you're welcome. The geologists, the geologists made that happen.
That's
you
good,
know.
that's funny.
But
No,
I mean,
yeah.
there's no fanfare or glory to it. You know.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't hear about it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's like that with a lot of jobs.
No, yeah, and it's a shame too. A lot of jobs that like make the world turn don't get the credit they deserve.
He's not wrong, man, and it
So
sucks.
second question.
It sucks.
Yeah.
So
Don't get enough credit.
I don't mean any offense in the way that this is phrased. Sometimes I have a little bit of a problem phrasing things, but
None taken already.
yeah. Why do you feel the need to be so opinionated in your videos? Like,
What
again, that
kind
sounds
of
incredibly
question
rude.
is that?
I enjoy you being
That sounds mean.
opinionated, and it's but a lot of people seem to find it very intense.
Well, it's not the fact that I'm opinionated, it's how I convey my opinions. I hold a lot of confidence and authority when it comes to conveying what I think.
Yeah.
And a lot of people kind of a lot of people just find that abrasive. And if you have the combination of abrasive, you know, conveyance combined with an opinion they disagree with, it's more than likely to rub them the wrong way. So
Yeah,
I think that's the problem.
Yeah, I would. My personal, like, thought on it is, you're typically very, like, you have like a very monotone.
He's
way of
very
speaking
opinionated.
occasionally,
He
but then
likes
you're also very
saying
direct at
what
the
he's
same
got to
time, and I
say.
feel like some
That's
people
that.
just don't
He
know how
likes
to
getting his
just
point
listen
out
to
there
that.
and getting it across. That's that.
Yeah, I don't know. I get excited. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, he gets excited.
I get excited, and whenever I'm talking about something that I do firmly believe in, I get into it. You know.
Yeah,
no, I
that's
definitely
good. It's a good
respect
thing. That
though.
means you got strong
having an
character.
opinion and being able to
Yeah,
voice it
it's good.
is, something that not a lot of people can do. Just
No, it's and more people should. I think more people need to, you know,
yeah, it
say what's on their
definitely
mind.
always invites discussion. Like, that's one thing that I always see after you put out like big videos, is there's always like a lot of discussion because you make the claims that you make without a shadow of doubt in your mind, and you sound so confident. People look into it.
No, yeah, and I guess, and that goes back to like if there's confidence in what they consider to be a wrong opinion, like obviously an extreme example, but if you confidently boast that 2 + 2 is equal to 5, then it's going to rub people the wrong way. They're going to go out of their way to try and correct you.
Seriously,
For me,
man.
if I
Seriously.
convey an opinion that they disagree with a similar level of confidence, they feel more obligated to go out of their way and try to prove me wrong, even though at the end of the day, both sides just share an opinion and not necessarily a fact. So.
All right. Yeah, and I completely agree with that. And I've always kind of been on the side of it's an opinion. There's always two sides to a coin. People are allowed to respectfully disagree.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. You are fully free to disagree.
Yep. All right. Last question.
Sure.
And just to check, this isn't being recorded for a video, right?
It's being recorded for insurance purposes.
Okay. Don't put this in a video, please. What do
I
you
will
think
cut it
about-
out.
I
what do
will.
you
I'll
think
put it
about
in a
Great
video.
Blue?
I know of him. I don't think I've watched a single one of their videos.
Okay, I was just curious. He's a good friend of mine, so.
Yeah, I don't
figured
think
it
I've watched a. I don't think I've watched a single one of their videos. I've seen them floating around, but truth be told, I don't watch much TF2 content. So.
No, yeah, that's fair. I was just curious, and I think that's really all I have.
Hold
just some 3 basic questions. I appreciate your time.
Oh, cool.
Vegas.
Thanks for popping in, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. You have a
other
great rest of your
shit.
day, man.
Yeah. Okay.
You too, bud. See ya. All right. Swell dude. All right, next we have Pancake.
All right. I got 7 questions down for when I raised my hand. I got 7 questions down.
Pancake, hello.
I am ready to ask them
What's up,
just
bro?
right off the list.
How's it going, man?
Just straight up off the list, yo.
Oh well, my radiator is not working, so it's pretty.
Your radiator's not working. Ooh, hope we got some blankets, man.
That's gotta suck, bro. I live
have
in upstate
3
New York,
right
man.
now.
It gets fucking cold up
Okay,
here.
that's good. Sheesh, dude.
Yeah, other than that, I'm good. How about you?
No, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking.
Alright, so I was thinking, how did you come up with your name?
Actually, that's a really good question.
Yeah, so the long story short, I was playing modded Minecraft in 2010, 2011, like 3 in the morning with some friends of mine. I don't know if anyone's familiar with Tekkit, that huge mod pack, but they have a couple of end game items in there. Are you familiar with it?
I've played Tekkit before, but I haven't played the mod.
Yeah, so like the Tekkit mod for Minecraft has
Holy
like some
shit.
end game items that's like dark matter and then red matter, and there are these little balls, and we were abusing a glitch in this mod pack that basically let you create an infinite amount of it, and we would label the chests that we were putting these things in God's balls for dark matter, and then God's balls with zest. And then Zesty Jesus just eventually became derivative of that later that night because
That's
we were
really
just
good.
tired out of our minds and just making up stupid shit. So it came from there.
That's interesting. Alright, I got another one. How do you feel about the state of balancemod.tf right now?
You mean the one that that high GPS runs, yeah? Balance mod?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this
More
the,
focusing on the TF2 balance mod, not the MVM one.
yeah, like the balance mod to the vanilla game, yeah. So its current state, it was a bit of an inevitability because high GPS kept changing too much. Initially, it started out as this neat project that was just tweaking items so they fit in, they operated in a more balanced sense, at least in his eyes. And for the most part, the mod flowed quite well. But then he started making more and more drastic changes to weapons. Excuse me for a minute.
I'm just gonna make sure my
He started making more
mic
drastic changes
works
to
for,
weapons,
Discord.
and then in some cases completely changing the balance
Fuck.
stats to vanilla weapons for some reason. It just got way too complex and got way too out of
my mic
hand,
works fine.
and eventually just turned into like a wacky custom modded weapon server where it just didn't really feel like TF2 anymore. And the initial interest that it had dwindled
it
away
works
very quickly because it just kept deviating
We'll keep
further
it
and
default,
further
it works
away
fine.
from it just tweaking weapons to just basically introducing new weapons entirely. So I think that was the major problem with its downfall.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
It's a bit of a
I mean, I know
shame
what
too
he's
because
talking
he
about, but
puts
he's not wrong.
he puts a lot of work into that, you know.
Yeah,
But he just kind of went a little too far with it.
yeah, and there are not many people playing.
No, yeah, not a lot of people touch it anymore because it's just. Well, I mean, also derivative of that is the death of
I am
creators.tf,
so
and he
anxious,
was
man,
originally
if I get
hosting
called
those
on here.
servers
I'm
through
gonna be so
creators,
anxious.
and then
I'm gonna sound
creators
like an
died, so he
wreck.
lost that
I'm
artery
just
of
talking
players
quick like I am
also,
now,
and that
man.
just
Oh my
that didn't
God.
help either. So.
Right. Well, I guess that was everything.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Also, I like your videos.
Who
Thanks,
doesn't?
man. I
Who
appreciate
doesn't?
that.
Who doesn't?
No problem.
All right, cool. Have a good one, man. Stay warm.
All
What did
right.
you say?
Oh shit! I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah,
If you can still hear me, I meant to
something
say have a good one and stay warm. If that didn't go through, sorry, I disconnected you too soon.
You had a little
Um,
something to say there at the end.
Stay warm, bud. Hopefully you Hopefully you don't get too cold. Get those blankets on you.
Just a little something sooner.
Cool. Next is let's see. Let me reset my timer here. Aiden MC, the third.
Aiden
The
MC
third in the long
third.
line. What happened to Aiden MC's 1 and 2?
I needed a number for my Gmail account.
Ah,
Or-
okay.
Yeah.
I needed to know. Okay, that's like the most basic answer. Yeah, I just
Bro,
needed
he
to know
just
for my
gave away his
Gmail
own
account. It's good
credentials,
enough.
man.
What's happening, man? How you doing?
Oh my god.
Doing pretty good on my lunch break. I like to say that I've been a fan of you since the Dragon's Fury video, because I'm gonna be honest, that was such high quality content. I really enjoyed
Thanks,
it.
man.
It made me take a look at a weapon I honestly never took a look at before.
Oh, cool. I'm glad you liked it. I appreciate that.
So
Around the time I
I've
started
got,
watching
you
Zesty
have fellow
too.
techs in here.
Around the Dragon's
Hell
Fury
yeah,
video.
man.
It's pretty good.
First
I gotta
one is
say.
the flavor question. So
Flavor.
what made you watch Office Space and decide Lumberg? That's the style I want to rock.
Wait, what?
What?
Ah, you haven't watched Office Space?
No, I'm not familiar.
Isn't Office Space that
It's
one
a
where they
movie
destroy the
by,
printer
Mike
with the baseball
Judge,
bat in the
but,
middle of
there's
that
a character
field?
named Lumberg
And
in
it's
there
really
who has
funny.
very similar glasses to you. And a while back, he used to rock. He's a. Well.
So we have yet another visual comparison that we can add to the list. All right.
Yeah, the character's name is Lumberg. If anyone in chat can pull him up, that'd be great. But otherwise,
Hold on, I can pull it up. Office Space. Lumberg. Oh my! Oh, this. Okay, yeah. All right, you got me there. God damn it, son of a bitch. When I'm shaving that, and I'm shorter hair, yeah, I can see the resemblance. Jesus Christ, I haven't seen
That
that.
was
I need to see that movie.
you have to. It's a Mike Judge movie, so it's pretty good. Especially if you ever worked like retail or office job in like the mid to late 2000s.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that to my attention because I had seen it before. Hold on, I gotta make a note to watch that. Cool.
Second question.
Fire
So-
away.
I have been a longtime TF2 player, and I've been a longtime World of Warcraft player.
Oh my god, he's a
One
nerd.
of those things that is in both games is limited availability.
Yeah.
Limited time items are, they're sort of the wheels that grease a lot of things.
I agree.
And sometimes, I think, God, this strange High Rollers rocket launcher looks so cool. And I got it back when that was cheaper. And now I look at it nowadays and realize, God, no one else is ever going to be able to get one of these for under $300.
No,
He's not wrong.
it's
He's not
really
wrong.
depressing that players don't have access to all of these cool items. But I mean, that's just another form of artificial rarity that brings these game companies a shitload of money. So
Let them
Yeah,
dollar
the
bills
weirdest
roll
thing-
in, man. Just
the
let them roll
weirdest
in.
thing, right?
That's what I
Okay.
say.
With those skins in particular, right, is that during the gunmetal update, right, those weren't even part of the random drop pool. They were just sometimes you completed contracts and you would get a weapon from that case that wasn't even really a case.
yeah,
There was
you
no
would
key
get.
attached to it.
No, yeah. The only way you could get those skins was by completing in-game contracts, and you could get a skin from either the Gentleman's Collection or the Harvest Collection, because those weren't case collections; those were the contract completion collections. Yeah, so you had a random chance of getting them, and they didn't even drop in Strange. You couldn't even get them in Strange until trade-ups came around. So
Yeah. So there was only like 2 possible chances a week for each player, right? For
Yep.
a limited time event that only lasted like 8 weeks, I think.
it went
And
from
they could be-
December. It was December through February, I think. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was December through February. Was Tough Break. Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
Tough
About
Break.
3 months.
Yeah. So that there's a lot of. How would you feel about, as probably someone who owns the most of these strange variants of these skins, due to your living skin collection, I believe is what you called it?
Yeah.
How would you feel about if they were to ever bring that back, or try to bring some of those more limited time skins back into the rotation of the crate dropping? Or
Oh, dude,
whatnot?
I think they should absolutely do that. I think players should be allowed access to all of these things without having to go through a fucking trader main that's asking for a 500% price increase. Fuck people who do that. They did that
Oh
for the
God,
old
bro, oh
Halloween
God.
Unusual Effects, and traders fucking cried, and it was delicious tears of sadness when, oh, I no longer have the one-of-one Arcana shit trash bag hat, you know? They should absolutely
playing
bring
the
those back so
smallest
people can
violin
get them again
imaginable.
and enjoy these items and to fuck over the greedy bastards that hoard all of them. Absolutely.
Greedy
Exactly.
bastards
Okay.
that hoard all of them.
Yeah,
I don't feel
so-
like
Oh
being
my
during that
God.
2-month period when someone could have been deep in the bush of Africa, or just fuck man.
God.
Some people weren't even born and are capable of playing TF2 better than me now.
That's crazy to think about, that this game is over 15 years old and you have people who are younger than the game playing the game. That's wild to me. That's insane. Oh,
It's honestly hard to believe. I'm not gonna lie,
Scary
Jesse,
Yeah.
the fuck.
And
Zesty.
then my
That's actually kind of hard
third
to
question, I
believe.
guess I'd ask is
Game's
along the
older than me,
lines
and I'm
of,
fucking playing the game too. I gotta think about it like that.
How do you feel about the?
Holy
Do
shit.
you feel your voices had an effect on Valve? Because I remember watching your video about the winter case and what your predictions and / hopes were, right?
right.
One of the big things is that you wanted to see these 3 cosmetic sets included in the game, and anyone who dwells the workshop knows cosmetic sets normally do not make it fully.
Not
Maybe you'll
anymore
get the
anyway,
hat,
yeah.
but you do not get
Aiden's
the
right.
entire cosmetic set. So
He's correct, 100%.
they had that Halloween engineer set, that's like, oh, a cool coat and boots and a hat, and well, the hat gets him.
Yep.
But then, you posted that video, and then they delayed the winter update, and then they actually included all 3 cosmetic sets for Demo Man, Heavy, and Engineer that you listed in there. Do you feel like your voice had an effect on that, or was that just a coincidence?
It's an interesting coincidence. I know for a fact Valve does not watch my videos, nor do they listen to anything anyone has to say inside of the community. What I believe happened is 2 things. One,
Your
they
voice.
saw... Sorry?
Your voice got attention on it, which made people rate them in the workshop?
Yeah, that's thing number 1 is I drove a lot of positive traffic towards those items, and it bumped them to the front pages. And then when Eric Smith was doing his normal dart throw of picking items, that was the first ones he saw, and then he picked them. I think that's what happened there. But tying into that, I think Valve witnessed the revenue drop after the winter of 2021. For those of you that don't know, the Smith 2021 case was the lowest profiting case in TF2 history in terms of key sales. It
Yeah.
performed
Hats.
abysmally.
Because the hats were garbage, and the cosmetics
Exactly.
were just
It
flat out
performed
garbage,
abysmally,
man.
and then that was probably
you
the wake-up
give
call for
out
Valve to go, oh
bad
shit,
products
people
to
don't like the
starving
tacky Christmas
customers,
crap.
then
Maybe
yeah,
we should go back to how
garbage.
we were
You're
adding
not
hats
gonna get
before.
sales, period.
And that's what I think.
That's just how it works.
That's the reason I think we saw such a drastic change in the quality of items that we received in 2022.
Like,
Not
what do you
because
expect?
my voice or anyone else's voice crying in
Because of
dismay
just
over the crappy
straight up
items is
bad
being
quality
heard,
control,
but
period.
that they saw the dip in revenue and the items that were associated with it, and then went back to how
It's
things
simple,
were
man.
before.
It's
So.
literally that simple.
Yeah, I don't
Alright.
think my voice had direct influence.
Nope, that's
Some
fair,
influence, but not direct on Valve.
but indirect. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. And then, let's see. War paints. Some years we
Ooh,
get
war paints.
paint skins
Oh,
for Christmas.
Jesus.
Other years, we don't. Why do you think that is?
Because Valve's lazy. The war paints to them, like after Tough Break, skins became a complete afterthought for Valve. They just, once Jungle Inferno dropped, they did the war paint system, but then they started dipping into the community workshop, and then after like player numbers dropped off by like 40,000 for Jungle Inferno, they just stopped caring about skin additions more so than cosmetic additions. And
that's
so
just
it's
what's
just
gonna happen,
haphazard
man.
as to what war paints we get and then when we get them. And since they only do seasonal updates, they just put them for Halloween and Christmas. So yeah, I think that's why they're so sporadic and of incredibly low quality.
Yeah, I've just been noticing that like pretty much the only guaranteed holiday to get war paints is Halloween, right? Wait, did we even
Yep.
get a Halloween war paint?
We
year?
did. We received
We did,
what I
yeah,
consider
it
to
had-
be like the second
killed.
worst war paint case that we ever got. It was
On
so
God,
bad.
bro. I
Wait,
can
you
drink to
didn't like
that.
the new one with the
So
it was like Kill and
the
Conquer. right?
No, the Kill and Conquer was the Scream Fortress
Sacred-
20 or 12 case. So that
What
was in
Sacred
2020.
Slayer?
Yeah,
was
so
Sacred
Sacred Slayer and I think Cream Corned are the only good war paints from this most recent case. The rest are fucking abysmal.
We're gonna have to disagree on that because I like a lot of those ones.
Do you? Well,
Admittedly,
that's fine.
I've got a brain disease in my brain that makes it so I'm unable to value anything that isn't a strange.
Okay, that's fair.
I've got about like
He's not. Yeah, it's fair.
8
That's
bag
fair.
pages full of war paint skins that I've unboxed
Oh no, dude.
that are not strange, so they are mean nothing to me. I refuse
dude,
to
fucking-
use them.
Dude,
No.
buy into the Gamba and trade them up like I do, like a fucking degenerate.
Yes,
Oh,
trade them
but-
up. If you
Yeah,
have just
no, that's
pages of
probably the
skins
best
just
thing
in the
is
back,
get just
gathering
one
dust, trade those bitches
strange
up,
war
man.
paint skin
It's
of
the best thing you can
shitty
do.
thing, and then
Turn a
mill
10-cent skin into a
like a
$100 one.
minimal wear factory new ones into as possible updated strange.
Yeah, I feel that, man. I'm of the same volition where I can only use strange items, so I get that.
I'm like, it's counting
Only
my
strange
like, you
I
know,
don't use is,
I've got my professional kill streak
Huntsman,
Iron
'cause
Curtain
they're
from
just so
Betrayed It. You know, it's a
expensive,
game
man.
that you can't even actually
hard.
buy on Steam anymore. Telltale went under, but
Yeah.
well, it's not strange like the. It's
No,
not
I get
strange
you, man.
like the coffin nail.
I get you, man.
So,
All right, 10 seconds. Any closing thoughts?
yeah, just keep on keeping on. You know, and you
Keep on
show
keeping on.
emotional maturity every day.
That's on God, bro. That's on
debatable.
You're showing an improvement, is what I wanted to say.
Well, everyone's a work in progress.
Yeah. Have a great one.
Have a good one, man. See ya.
God. Oh my God! All right.
Okay. That was nice. That was good.
Yeah.
All
good
right,
talk.
next. Tainted Lost.
It's a cat.
Hello? Michael
Hello.
Hi, greetings from Ireland. How you doing?
Greetings
Doing
from
good, man. How
Ireland,
about
mate.
you?
We were glad when the Queen
Oh,
died. Now we
right.
get a drink
Oh,
ourselves to
okay.
death. Cheers, bruv.
Alright,
I'm sorry.
What's happening?
now that I'm here, I'm forgetting everything I wanted to ask. Okay, alright,
No, chill, man. It's all good. Take your time.
so, alright, yeah, you're looking to become a geologist. And, what do you think of the Giant's Causeway, the salt columns in County Antrim?
The what?
Oh, I think they're fucking. Hold on. I need to refresh my memory on
thinks
how
they're
they
fucking?
look. Giants columns. In the causeway. Oh yeah, these are beautiful. I think they're phenomenal.
I've not gone there myself, but I've seen images, and I think they're cool. I think I also like the mythology that goes along with it. I think.
Oh, absolutely.
This guy, I think it's kind of cool, but yeah.
Yeah,
And
these are awesome.
yeah, so. Oh yeah. So
No, it's all good.
what do you? So in TF2, right? There's a lot of gambling in TF2. crazy
Yes,
and whatnot.
100%. That's
Uh,
where my
what do
addiction
you
came
think-
from.
What do you think would be a great system to replace that? To replace it instead of with a skill-based way in getting cosmetics, or skins and whatnot.
So, Warframe uses a very good system where
Oh, Jesus,
instead,
Warframe. I haven't heard
I
that
don't know
name
if they
in
still
years,
use
man.
this system, but
Holy
Cosmic
shit.
Afro actually made a video about this, about how gambling in TF2 is fucking terrible. And he offered an alternative where they just use like the store system that Warframe has, where everything that community makes is offered on a storefront, and you pay a flat
I'm laying
price,
back, bro. I'm
and
getting
people get a
comfy.
cut of every sale. And the popular skins do well, and then people want to buy them, and then the ones that aren't popular don't sell as well. So I think that is a much more fair system where people can just buy what they want outright.
So no loot boxes, no
I haven't
crates,
played
just
Warframe,
straight
so I
up.
think actually like a really good system.
Yeah, just
I
like
mean,
just
it
a
sounds
storefront.
okay.
Like if
sounds
if
like
we
it'll
needed to get
work.
rid
It doesn't sound
of
very
gambling
fun, though.
in its entirety, then just replace everything with a storefront, and then that would be better.
Okay. I see on your Twitter you commissioned a lot of art, and you'll probably get a lot of fan
You
art.
commissioned a lot of
Would you say
art.
your favorite.
I can't bust his balls about his accent,
My
man. He's from
favorite
Ireland.
piece. Oh god. Well, I can.
I don't think
Ooh,
you can
let's
say
see.
that, man. He's gonna piss off his artist.
Yeah, I think. Hold on, I'll have to post it in the chat here.
Ooh, something in chat.
but I think my favorite is this one. Hold on.
Oh, why is the moment I get in the chat, it's
People get very upset about the existence of boobs.
apparently, Jesus.
Yeah, it's this one. I think this one's my favorite one, just
What are
because
they,
of
fucking pagans?
the
Jesus.
style and the colors and the quality.
Whoa!
It's really cool.
That actually looks really nice. Look at that shit, man.
I seen that. It's really-
That's actually some really good art. With
I'm
very
a fan of that one.
human-like anatomy. Oh my god. Alright.
I'm still surprised you even done this. I only figured this out I only figured out you were doing this in 20 minutes before I started.
Oh, no worries, man.
Yeah. So, do you think there's gonna be much civil discussion, or do you hope there's gonna be civil discussion, or do you think it's gonna evolve into madness? Because
I mean,
no, it's not.
Before it goes to shit, he's gonna ask if it's gonna go
no,
to shit.
I mean, if the past
Perfect.
5 people have been of any indication, this has been pretty civil so far. So I don't think
You know,
we have
it's
anything to
normal
worry about.
Conversation with a normal
I think
dude.
we're good.
Like, yeah. Some normal discourse. Like, yeah.
Like, I took a fucking exam,
It's nice.
and walked in and all the thoughts in my head are gone.
No worries, man.
All the thoughts in my
Take your
head
time.
about-
You got
That's
time.
why I wrote down all my stuff.
All right. What other games have you been playing? I assume it's not just TF2. You assume you have other games you play.
He stole my
I've
question.
been really into Deep Rock Galactic lately. That has been a really fun game. I've been sucked into it. My friends got me into it. Rock and Stone. It's very fun. And I've the
Like the
Go ahead.
space exploration game. It's like the space exploration game where you mine shit, right?
yeah, you're dwarves and you fight off waves of bugs and then you mine minerals. It's just a really fun game. Like I
Minecraft
highly
without
recommend
drugs.
it to anyone who hasn't tried it. It's just a 4-man team. You all work together. It's so fucking fun. I love it. It's a great game.
Nice.
And also, I got bit by the gotcha bug. If there's any Blue Archive fans in here.
Uh-oh. That's not very good now, is it?
Alright. A little more personal to me. I'm quite new. I'm a bit new to TF2, and I've been playing for a year, and
Yeah.
it's a bit of it's a bit of a fucking steep climb. I'll tell you that much. It's kind of.
I've been playing TF2 for like 2.5 years. It's not that bad of a climb. It's a fun climb.
What do you think are some recommendations for someone like me who has a hard
It's
time,
fun, bro. It's easy to get good.
coping with this?
You just gotta focus, and also you use dry.
I think the best thing you can do for yourself is don't take the game that seriously. Just dive in, play what you want, how you want it, and you just get better over time. That's just a factor. The more time you put into the game, the better you get. TF2 does have an immensely steep learning curve, but to me that's just part of what makes it fun.
Force
And if you
yourself
just
to
stop
play
treating it like
sniper.
a grind
That's what I
to
did
get
when I
good
needed to
and
start
focus
getting
on the
good at
game for
games
having
just
fun,
in general, I
it's
started playing
it'll
sniper.
probably improve your outlook on
And
it, I think.
I forced myself to go for headshots. I never
I still
got a
suck at the
body
game
shot.
and I have
forced
10,000
myself to go
hours,
for
so.
headshots, and I eventually got better after a course of like a couple months. I got good.
Alright, and
That's why I'm in demo now.
this is alright. This is something that is probably going to be it's probably going to be a bit of controversial statement. I think the devs, if Valve were to somehow get their heads out of their arse and start
The heads out of their arse.
looking into the janitors closet at the TF2.
Oh my god.
I think. Do you? Fuck. Give me a second to put my fuck.
No, you're good. Take your time.
The fuck. Oh, that's awesome.
I think the devs should go ahead and like actually start deleting some of the cosmetics that exist in the game,
Deleting?
because
Whoa, back it up, buddy. Back it up. There's no deleting the items. There's an economy, for God's sake.
Years, with there being only like 2 updates per year.
There's
and
an
then
economy.
the
There's no
holiday
deleting
updates,
items. The hell, bro?
Quite a bit of a cosmetic bloat, and
Yeah.
I think something that should be done is to cut the fat, so to speak, and cut out many of the cosmetics that are either universally never worn.
Yeah, but the fat is the best
or
part.
are
You
just
get
straight
that
up
shit. You render that
So,
fat. You season that fat on the grill.
I'm mostly in agreement with
Lick
that
your finger, that
statement.
shit's good.
I think it would have been more beneficial for Valve to re-release older cosmetics in new cases, just with the newer unusual effects, right? that's something similar that they do for like knife finishes in CS:GO. They re-release the same knives and then mix and match all of the different finishes without having to necessarily add new content, right? And a lot of the recent content Valve has been adding goes largely unused because people tend to enjoy the older cosmetics more. And
Yes, 'cause they're
there's
better,
absolutely
period.
a glut of items that genuinely impact game performance. And like the game is so bloated, just like I think, correct me if I'm wrong, someone, but I think 20 gigabytes alone of TF2 is nothing but unusual effects because there are just so many of them in the game now, and you never see any of them because they're all super limited, right? I am absolutely for Valve shaving off unused cosmetics
I'm
and kind
not,
of
bro.
cleaning
Let
them
that
out of
shit
the
sit.
game because
Let it render.
when was the last time you saw someone in
Let
game
it
wearing
render.
the snowy mitten bouncer item from 2021? When was the last time you saw someone wearing the train of thought? When was the last time you saw someone wearing an elf hat?
Literally nobody, but people still got
There's
that
absolutely
shit in
an
their
argument to be
inventory.
made there,
People
but
sold
they'll
to
never
make
do
money.
it.
The public outcry
Yeah,
was
there's an
just
argument
too
to be
much.
made. I know, right? Which one of the five, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
There is an argument to be made, but it's just
yeah.
too harsh. It's
And
too.
another thing.
It's too immediate.
I haven't seen you talk about it. If you have talked about it, then apologies. But what do you think of the big leak that occurred that every single TF2 is mopping up? What do you think of it? Do you think it will negatively impact the game, positively impact the game? What do you think?
Good question.
It's going to have no impact. It's a zero sum game with that leak. It's both insanely wild and also kind of sad that the leak was the most interesting thing to happen for TF2 in 5 years
bro.
in terms of content, right? And it came to us illegally. That's really sad. And like for me, the writing was on the wall already for like the state the game is in, but then for that leak to happen, Valve to not really give a shit, and then everyone just kind of taking that as like, oh wow, look at all this stuff that we could have like received. It's like, man, that just it just depresses me, really, more than anything.
That I don't work at Valve, so I don't understand what goes on exactly indoors. But as far as I'm aware, the repository only contains content between 20 something and 2015.
Only
pretty much
2015. Yes, 20
Yeah, pretty much
something.
all the assets up until right before Tough Break is all the content in there. Yeah.
So it might be a possibility because Valve has not made any. It doesn't. They haven't seemed to have made any moves. I'd imagine that if this sort of thing happened, I feel like Valve would immediately send squads of lawyers after whoever leaked it. Maybe they have in secret. I don't know. But so I was just thinking, would it not might have another repository that there might be other YouTube content in it, because if it, putting all your shit in one basket, putting all your stuff in one basket would be a very bad idea.
I mean, that's obviously what Valve does. I mean, then they probably still do that for their older titles, and they just have CS:GO and Dota under a much tighter lock and key. So, they probably still did that for TF2, but in terms of what's in there, we just simply don't know.
Interestingly enough.
Oh no, yeah, that's interesting, man. Okay,
Quite-
10
quite
seconds.
interesting.
Closing thoughts? Any other comments,
Oh
concerns,
yeah,
questions?
he's past 10 minutes at least. Holy shit, Richard Overtime! Oh my god, Richard Overtime! Oh my god.
Amen, brother.
Alright.
Thank you. Thank you for
Gotta stop
agreeing with
freaking out about
me.
micro celebrities joining.
Have a good one, man. See
I
ya.
am the micro celebrity. I gotta ask questions here.
All right, next up. Y'all are nice. Y'all are chill. I appreciate that. Next up is Rando. Let's see if we get Rando in here.
Oh my god, Zesty Jesus, hi! Hi, Zesty.
Oh my god, Rando, hi!
Oh
What's
my
up,
god,
dude?
Jesse
Join
Jesus!
your Discord
Hi!
server.
Oh my god, hi!
Maybe I'll think about it.
Okay, what was I gonna ask? That's the main thing.
All right, that's fair.
That's funny, bro. That's funny.
Oh, have you watched Mad God 2022?
Mad God 2022?
Yes, Mad God 2022. It's
Never
by
heard
the
of
guy
it.
who made like Star Wars, like the visual effects artist.
No, I'm not familiar. What is this? What
No,
is
I wanna
this?
look that up.
Okay,
No,
I'm
I
adding
wanna
this
look that up.
to a
Hold on.
watch list. This looks fucking cool. All right, thank you.
No, I
for-
want to see this.
Thank you for bringing that to my attention. This looks really. Oh, these are. Oh, dude, these are like all classic special effects,
What the
isn't
hell?
it? Oh wow!
Yeah, it took like 10 years or something.
Wow, this is so fucking cool. I love this
I
shit.
must not be looking when he's
Reminds me of
looking
like
at.
The Thing back when they had to make everything from scratch in real life instead of using computers. This
Oh wait,
is
no, I
so
said
cool.
dog,
All right,
not God.
I'm
Hold on.
definitely checking that out.
Mad
Yeah, I
God. There we
forgot
go.
the name of the guy who made it, but he was like the visual effects artist.
Holy
of Star
shit.
Wars,
That looks
Yeah.
really cool.
That is fucking cool.
Now I'm looking at what he's looking. That looks really good.
oh, what else was it?
Now I want to
Oh,
watch that.
Do you? What like servers do you
Holy
normally play on?
crap.
Since like I'm trying to find.
That's
just
cool,
servers
man.
that
That's
nobody
cool.
fucking plays
All right,
on
all right, all right.
because
Back
I
to the
don't
stream.
like
Back to the stream.
The casual audience of TF2. If I'm completely honest, I average player.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, your choice of community servers is extremely limited if you just want to play vanilla TF2
LGB
or derivatives
servers, bro.
of vanilla
I
TF2.
use those all the
The
time. They're
server
awesome,
I play on
bro.
the most is one
They're
called
awesome.
the Furry Pound. It's just your normal classic vanilla TF2 experience, and they run pretty much a good variety of stock maps. If you can stand the furry porn sprays, then that's a pretty good place.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, beyond that, what do we have? We have Skyle, we have Uncle Topia, but they also carry
I do like
issues.
Style, 24/7 2-foot servers since like you
Yes.
can just mute everyone.
Yes, I
And that-
use
Yeah.
those all the time.
That's not horrible. If you
Yeah,
just
I'm
mute
on.
everybody.
No, I use the 24/7 Hightower server a lot. I've been playing on there since like 2016, so I love that place.
I've always been more of a 2-fort guy myself, so
I get a hankering. I get a hankering for 2-fort every now and again.
yeah. Honestly, I like Hightower. It's just like I don't know. I never really could get into it.
I just love DMing.
I don't know
in
what's
TF2,
about it.
man.
I guess.
I don't care about the objective. I just like
don't know.
DMing. It's fun as hell.
Everyone's got their tastes.
Fun as hell.
Yeah. What else? I have a few questions, but of course I forget them because I got fucking bored.
That's why
No,
I
no,
wrote
take
them
your time, man,
down,
you're
bro.
good.
That's why I wrote mine down. You
Uh,
gotta think ahead. Gotta think ahead of the game, bro.
This one is something I was curious. So in your like map list or whatever, you mentioned you really did not like Sweden.
Yeah.
Do you think if they changed it to like well, what's the one where you kill someone and you get like their dog tags, like the one with the I'm in the beam game?
Oh, you mean player
Player
destruction? Yeah.
Yeah. What if they made Sweden player destruction and put like where you deposit items on that second temple area? You think that
The
would fix it at all?
Someone did that. Someone made a different version of Sweden that is player destruction that has 3 different points. The middle point, and then 2 on either side of it, and it plays reasonably well, but it doesn't solve the problem that Sweden has, in that the map is fucking gargantuan. It's
Yeah,
huge,
but
and
Sweden
most of
is
the time,
massive.
half the map just goes
I don't
unused.
remember the same time I
and
played
it's like
that
the
map
perfect place
last
for
time
like
I
a
did it.
sniper just to go hide
Yeah,
out and then
sniper
pick people off from like a mile away. And it's like you're just engaged in the area where the point is, and you have this massive flank no one notices until they get their head popped off by someone who wandered over there by accident. So and also the performance issues on that map are fucking abysmal. It lags everyone's game. I don't know why. Map makers know why.
I've never had trouble with it. I don't know. Maybe I'm
Really?
just like fucking lucky, but I've never had any real trouble with it.
Dude, it kills my game. I don't know why.
Who knows?
Don't
It's
lie.
Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, it's TF2, man. No one understands. There's no rhyme or reason to its
It's
performance.
just fun times, bro.
The
That's why you
sniper
need a
comment,
good
that does
PC.
remind me, like, do you think there is a way to balance sniper? Like,
Oh,
I don't know if you
Jesus,
made a
not
video,
this fucking
I
question.
forgot if you did, but like, do you think there is a way to balance sniper?
The
to
fucking
make it
nostalgia
be
critic
somewhat
Half-Life
fair?
guys ask.
Absolutely. There are various ways you could do it. There have been a lot of arguments posed over the past few years from various people that offer up their own
You're
solutions.
not changing the core class.
I'll
Oh
take
my
any of them
God.
at this point just to make his presence slightly less oppressive. My argument is to nerf quickscoping because just the reaction times required to deal with them are intense. Other people suggest improving his lack of counterplay by taking away his secondaries that act as get-out-of-jail-free cards. Other people suggest reducing his clip size, or reducing his movement speed, or reducing his base damage, or just allowing for more opportunities for people to close the distance and deal with him without dying instantly as soon as they step into his sight line, right? So there are a lot of ways proposed, and I don't know what is the best one or what the best combination is, but there's definitely a solution there.
Best solution: revert the Ullapool Caber or whatever.
Oh yeah, bro, yeah. The Caber didn't
Bring
deserve
back-
it, man.
Oh,
Yeah, bring
the
back the
Caber needs
Caber
to
and
come
then
back,
all
bro.
the
Just-
fucking
Caber was
10,000 hour
so
snipers.
good.
Like, just get rid of either the slower deploy speed or the slower swing speed, and it's fine. Or just get rid of the slow deploy speed. It's
Let it
so
recharge,
awful. It just-
that's why.
Oh, it's like you're fucking
Let it recharge
swimming in
itself.
molasses as you move it out. I fucking hate that.
Ugh.
Yeah, bring back something that resembles the old Caber. That'd be great.
Yeah. Well, I believe that is all I have to say. Thank you for
Okay.
the host and all that. I expect a DM invite me to your Discord server.
Maybe I'll think about it. By the way, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I'll see ya. Mad God Gang 2022.
Mad
Have a
God
good one.
Gang
Have a
2022.
good one.
All right. I like that guy. He was funny.
All right, let's see. A sip of water. Bring in the next person.
Yeah, what?
Windowed envelope.
Windowed envelope. Okay, not me.
Your time is now, sir.
Hey, what's up?
What's poppin', man?
Actually, absolutely nothing. I have nothing to do. I've been waiting like at least an hour to speak.
Fair.
We all have, man. We all have.
Sorry about the. I mean, 10.
Crawling and waiting.
Yeah, 10 minutes is long, but I feel like that's enough time to give people, enough
What
of a
they wanna
spiel.
say.
And some people aren't using up the entire allotted time either, so maybe I'll start
Yeah.
moving a little bit faster. We'll see. Should I cut it down to like 7 minutes?
Yeah.
Probably.
You should cut
Okay,
it.
we'll cut it down to like 5 or so. We'll cut it down to like 5-7 minutes. All right, let's go.
So, I caught your stream at one point, and you said you didn't finish the first volume of Higurashi. I'm guessing since then you've probably gone through a lot of it.
Yeah, I'm now almost at the end of the most recent season.
Like the visual novel, or just like the
The anime.
Oh, okay. I'm reading through the visual novel. I haven't gone through volume 1 at all.
Yeah, after I finish the anime, then I'm gonna go tackle the virtual novel for sure.
Okay. I have to think. I didn't actually plan anything out for this. I just had to.
No, you're good.
Felt
Yeah,
out.
so no offense to you, but people waiting in line, have your questions ready, just so it can be, a more expedited process.
Yeah, don't be me.
Be ready.
I have something in my mind about like the TF2 shop.
Does
How,
he?
Okay.
like, maybe like, you replace like you just replace the entire contractor and the TF2 shop with like blood money. You can use blood money to like exchange for anything that's been in the game for the last for how long it's been out.
Yeah,
I think that'd be a good idea, but
maybe.
I'm gonna be
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
what's
be
your question?
honest, Team Fortress 2 is like spaghetti code. It's worse than like probably every single Valve game combined.
Probably,
And-
yeah.
No, it definitely is. I mean, the system itself, like how servers run, is like really convoluted and really stupid.
Yeah.
So it works normally, but
Okay.
how actions are handled by the TF2 server is like
Archaic, bad, shitty.
yeah, okay, yeah, awful. Like the syringe gun. That was patched recently. That like
Yeah.
the syringe gun would cause memory leaks because the
I recall that. Yep.
yeah and
All right, you got 2 minutes.
yeah I apologize. I didn't really plan anything out. for this.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
and that's been in the game since it's been out.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, it just shows how dated the game is, right?
Yeah, and even how like they implemented like the strange shotgun and like how they're technically like six.
Literally
or...
different weapons. Yeah, I find that fascinating.
Yeah, and actually, back then you could have crafted a shotgun, but only
Yeah,
use it
crazy.
like. Yeah. Used to be able to craft a lot of stuff. I remember you were either able to craft just a shotgun, or I think you were able to craft like maybe like actual stock weapons. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, TF2.
Okay,
Yeah,
sweet, good question,
we are in
brother.
agreement that TF2 is spaghetti code hell completely.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's like the main reason why
No, it is the reason why they can't like do much for it, you know,
Yeah,
because
like-
it's such a
even with,
monumental
like-
effort.
Yeah, and even with like how like Valve works and how if you like you say you want to work on TF2, but, like no one is gonna let you on is either because like there are like two people who know how TF2 works, or
Yeah, there's a high risk of you fucking something up and breaking
Yeah,
something
like-
if you try touching anything. Yeah.
yeah. I know.
All right, 20 seconds. Closing thoughts.
Okay. Closing thoughts. I actually don't have. I like your content, Zesty. You know, keep doing your stuff. Don't listen to anyone. Don't try to justify anything you say. Okay. I think that's it for me. Bye.
Cool. Appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
You're welcome.
See ya. All right, next up. Aaron's. You're up.
This guy just joined or something.
Hello.
You got it, bro.
What's
Goddamn.
happening?
Hey, this is my first time talking to somebody. Hold up. Alright,
Oh,
let's start
Lord.
with some simple questions. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is orange.
Orange. Ooh. What type of orange? Like orange or like?
Yeah, like bright, like, you know, bright, classic, you know, orange on the fruit orange, you know?
Orange, bro. Just orange. Straight up.
What do you
orange.
order from McDonald's?
God, I haven't been to McDonald's in years. I like their breakfast. I like McDonald's breakfast. Wendy's, I like their spicy chicken sandwich whenever I go there. It's like the best
He's
thing
a
on the menu.
Wendy's
It's edible.
guy. Oh my god.
Yeah. Alright, let's get into some TF2 questions. How do you feel about the comparison between Overwatch and TF2?
You can't really compare. They're so vastly,
That's what
wildly
I'm
different
trying to
games.
say. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh my god.
Yeah, the only similarity is that they're both hero shooters, quote unquote. And they take and like Overwatch definitely takes some inspiration from TF2, but mechanically and functionally they're very different.
Yeah. What would you change about 2.4?
Nothing.
Nothing. 2-4 is perfect.
Nothing.
Nothing. Keep
I mean-
it classic. Can't change it.
Isn't it like jokey or like it takes?
Yeah,
forever?
it's
Nah, bro. 2-4 is perfect.
Yeah, it's from a bygone era of TF2, man. But like when it launched with the game, it worked because that's how TF2 functioned back then. There weren't any unlocks. It was completely different balancing and flow, and it worked for TF2 back then. And I think it'd be a crime if they changed it now. Just leave it the way it is.
That's a good point.
It's like
would you ever
a
make
historical
a comp,
artifact.
like join a comp team?
I did try a season of competitive Highlander, and I fucking hated it.
You hated it? Why?
Oh, I fucking hated it. It was horrible.
Why though?
How about like big figures like Banny? Do you hate him or do you like?
No,
I don't know,
I
do you
have.
like him?
I have absolutely nothing but respect for Banny. Like, if there's one person who's dedicated to this game more than anyone, it's him. He is truly. I think he's a great guy. I mean, he just doesn't give a shit. He plays the game. He loves it. He has way more passion for it than anyone else out there right now. I mean, love him or hate him, you gotta give him that, you know.
That's true. What's your favorite war paint?
Ooh, favorite war paint. Probably Damascus Mahogany, but that's the war paint, not the skins, but just the war paint.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
It's not a bad pick.
Probably tough. It's a tie between the hat with no name and the out of sight for Demo Man.
Oh, speaking of the hat with no name, what's your favorite Clint Eastwood movie?
Ooh, I mean, I've always been a sucker for the
Pulp
good, the
Fiction.
bad, and the ugly, but I also like
Pulp Fiction, Pulp
Fistful of
Fiction,
Dollars
Pulp Fiction, Pulp
and
Fiction,
Hang 'em
Pulp Fiction.
High. I love
Bro.
all those movies.
Yeah,
Clint Eastwood was in Pulp Fiction. I'm pretty sure he was one of the side characters. Just for fucking around. So please.
List questions.
Okay.
Have you ever played Club Penguin?
No, I never played it.
You never played it?
Nope, never did.
Why not?
I don't know. I just didn't really play it when it was at its peak. I was playing mostly the Nintendo games, so I didn't really get into PC games until I was like 15, 16, and by then Club Penguin didn't really interest me anymore. So.
Wait, so what was your childhood console?
My first ever console was a Game Boy, and then I got a Game Boy Advance,
Game Boy
and then
SP or
no, like the classic Game Boy Color, and then I got the first Game Boy Advance, and then I got the Advance SP, and then the Game Boy Micro, that tiny fucking thing, and then I got a DS, and then I got a Wii, and then eventually went back to get a GameCube and an N64. I was a big Nintendo kid growing up, so.
Game Boy, dude, I've never seen a Game Boy Micro in real life. Is it really tiny, or is it just?
It's about the size of a credit card. It's fucking ridiculous how small it is. I still have it.
Oh my god.
He still has it, bro? I want to see that shit.
Yeah, it's tiny.
So now it's time for my kind of big question.
You got 1 minute. Fire away.
1 minute. People would consider yourself a controversial TF2 figure.
Yeah.
How has this impacted your TF2 career in any way?
My what?
Your TF2, or like, if you VC inside of TF2 and people recognize you, what do you usually get? Like, do you get?
I mean, if by some chance people recognize me, it's mostly neutral responses. Like, it's like, oh hey, I've heard of you. Every now and again you get, a nasty response, or like, fuck you, you're XYZ, whatever. But for the most part, people really just don't give a shit. So.
Alright, that's all my questions. Thank you for your time. And
yeah, man.
Come on, I gotta be up next, man.
Hey, man. Thanks for
so
stopping in.
long.
Have a good one.
I got a laundry list of questions, man. I gotta be called.
All right, next up, Cyber Wizard.
Of course,
Come on
it's
in.
Cyber Wizard. I can't complain. It's Cyber Wizard, bro. Come on in, Cyber Wizard.
If you don't come in 30 seconds, I'm moving on. There are others.
Yes, Cyber Wizard. What's Cyber Wizard doing?
You have 20 seconds before I move on, Cyber Wizard.
We're all
You have 10
in the
seconds
chat, bro.
before I move on.
He must be in the bathroom, man. I feel so bad for him.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, time's up.
He's gone.
J-Web, what's up, man?
Oh, didn't expect to be added so soon.
What's poppin'?
Well, I'm up at 3 AM here, so that's cool.
God almighty, dude. What is wrong with you?
Bro, I live in Australia. What the fuck do you think, Hal?
Well, I know why it's 3 AM, but why are you doing this to yourself?
Because I have nothing better to do. I'm miserable.
Don't be miserable, come on. How's it going, bud?
Deprecating humor is so funny, isn't it?
Oh, ain't it great? It's fucking grand. Gotta love it.
I'm such a millennial. I want to kill myself. I'm so
Zoomers, yeah! Yeah! What's up?
No.
That's why I'm so funny. Anyway.
Oh, Lord.
Questions.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not doing impressions. I have family members sleeping, guys. Come on.
You gotta keep the tone down. Keep the level down.
Inside voices as we are taught in schools. Right,
Exactly.
so- Stop. They're all pinging me.
Ignore the pings. You have your time. You have 4.5 minutes.
I gotta do it.
Ready? Oh shit. All right.
Yeah, we gotta pick up the pace.
All right. Question 1. I have a few proposals.
We gotta do a little bit of trolling here, guys. Come on.
Vaccinator,
Just a little bit of trolling.
Second one to the crossbow. Reduce the reserve ammo so that way you can't spam it as much. And for the Uber saw, 25% on kill, not on hit, and remove the random crits on it.
I would say I mostly agree with the Uber saw. I don't know if I agree with the crossbow one. I don't know if the issue is spam so much as damage. I think the damage should be reduced from the max cap of 75 down to like 50. It shouldn't do that much damage. As for the vaccinator, I think increasing the charge rate is a little bit too harsh because you already have the issue of the lack of overheal and build rate at that point. So I think instead of that, maybe reduce the amount of resistance you have, because 75% basically makes you fucking invincible if you know how to use it right. It's hard to get the vaccinator right, because being able to turn off a certain set of classes at the click of a button within a relatively short time span is hard to get right. It's been through so many balance changes over the years to get it into like a relatively comfortable state, you know?
Yeah,
So that one's the toughest one to get right.
I just don't like the meta, man. It's just like,
crossbow, minigun, Ubisoft.
The crossbow got so boring for me. I used it a lot, then I just like, fuck this. This is so lame. I'm gonna use syringe guns now.
I don't like the Ubisoft because it promotes you turning off your brain and running at the enemy and expecting the random crit to get your ass out of jail. I don't like that.
I mean, most people do that. Snipers do that. Demo men do that. Everyone does that when they're caught out, you know? The medic's by himself, fuck it, going in.
Random crits are fine. Just remove them from melee weapons. That's all I care about. Melee random crits are the bane of my fucking existence.
You're gonna get people mad with that stance. But I kind of agree with it. I don't know. I think they should make the random crit chance on melees the same as every weapon and not have it be higher.
Literally remove the ramp up, like, oh yeah, you do more damage, you get more crits, yeah. No.
That is stupid. I agree. Just have it be like a flat chance across the board. Like I think it starts at like 2%. Have that be across the board for all weapons.
It's an outdated mechanic.
It is. I agree. It's outdated, but I see no problem with keeping it in the game. I'm fairly neutral on random crits, to be honest. I could care less if they stay or go.
I'm more opinionated. Anyway, next question. I'll probably stick to this one.
Okay.
Explain your poor experience with fighting games and why you don't like them.
They're just sweat fests, man. It's like they're not friendly to new players. The learning curves are if you think TF2's learning curve is steep, fighting games are even fucking worse, man. Like it's just so hard to like get into it and then have fun. You have to grind so much to even get like a reasonably entertaining experience out of it.
That's why I stopped playing fighting games.
I would consider like Smash a far more relaxed fighting game, just because it has like more whimsy associated with it, and I see it as more of a party game than a fighting game, right? Mainly because you have the option to bring 4 people in, rather than just one-on-one. If it's 1v1, then it's a major fucking sweat fest. But if it's like a free-for-all, 4 people, that's more fun for me, you know?
Yeah. I think the thing with Smash as well, I think it's more inviting is because the controls and like the design is very intuitive in that you can just pick it up and play. It's like A is to attack, X and Y is to jump, and everything makes sense. It's not like...
No, yeah, of course.
Exactly, bro. That's perfect. That's a perfect way of putting it.
No, yeah, I agree, of course. The simplicity is a good point for ease of access, but then getting good is like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that.
And many people, you know, they play platformers, they understand platforming controls, that's why Smash has the same kind of control scheme. But with fighting games, it's so fucking different. Like, you have to hold back to block, and it's like, so many fucking different mechanics you have to learn to be even able to get a combo in. It's just like, unless you've played them before, you're not going to get much done. You're probably going to quit. Especially when they're expensive games, good online connectivity. It's like,
yep, I get you.
Very, very, very niche game.
30 seconds.
Yeah, right. You
30 seconds.
Yes.
He's gaslighting him.
Yeah, very, very, very high level of entry to get into those kind of games, and
I agree.
Everyone, very acquired taste.
Yeah, I agree. All right, closing thoughts. Any other questions, comments, concerns?
I'm gonna go to bed after this because I'm fucking knackered.
Yes, go to bed.
What?
You're a man.
He's knackered? That's a word? Down under, bro?
Hey, I'm gonna be kind of close by soon. I'm gonna be in New Zealand in March, so...
Oh, you have to go to there, because like, oh, you gotta go south.
Yeah, I have to go to New Zealand. I'm sorry, it's not Australia.
Come to Perth, seriously.
Maybe one day. Alright, have a good one, man.
Guys, good night.
See ya.
Alright.
Okay, let's see. Oh, is that other guy here?
Right,
we can bring him in because he missed his slot before, and we'll bring him in. All right, what's up, man? How's it going?
Hey, yo, sorry about that. I was helping my dad.
What's poppin'?
But I'm nothing much. How about you? You doing all right?
Yeah, doing good.
That's good. So yeah, I just I had a couple questions. I mean, I've been following you for like a good amount of time, and obviously like you've like some drama associated with you, right?
Yeah.
Namely Twitter, like stuff.
Yeah.
And I can see both sides, right? I mean, like I've gotten some problem. I've like I don't agree with everything you say, but I think it's valuable to have someone that brings a different opinion to the board,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
And so I guess just to start it out small, I'm just kind of curious why you've always kind of portrayed competitive TF2 and its players like they're kind of like the devil that's gonna kill TF2. I mean, I know in your initial video you kind of did, and I know you've said like, you were kind of you kind of regret how you put yourself across in that one, but yeah.
So in my eyes, all of the influences that competitive TF2 has had on the development direction of Team Fortress 2 has been largely negative for the health and growth of the game. That's my opinion. And that manifests in several patches leading up to Meet Your Match. It leads up to the stuff that happened inside of Meet Your Match. And it's just a lot of damage that was inflicted on the game that just can't be recovered. That's the main source of my disdain for not only competitive TF2, but competitive games as a whole, and how they're really driving the modern development of a lot of games to just be these really unfun, sweaty grind fests that want to be the next big esport that are just not fun. So that's my main thing.
No, yeah, I get that. Because I've kind of noticed like this thing, like you said, like all these new games trying to be like this new big esport. Like that's not. I feel like they should be focusing on like being more enjoyable first. Before they try to turn into like a competition.
Exactly, because if the game is fun on its own, then the biggest esports derive from games that are fun first, and then the esport naturally comes out of it, right?
Yeah,
instead of making it the esport first, and then expecting people to fall in and enjoy it. That's the wrong way to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of, I mean, that's why I personally enjoy. Like I play competitive TF2 and I enjoy it.
Yeah, if you like, I mean, I don't care if you guys enjoy competitive TF2. If you like it, play it. I don't care.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, like, do you kind of think? I mean, you kind of put it across. Do you think there's a way that that competitive TF2 can kind of coincide with casual and live alongside of it and still be a successful esport? Or do you just kind of you think
the short answer is no, but it's a multifaceted answer that takes a long time to get into. So the main reason, and this is a pitifully too short of a time to even begin explaining this, but the reason why TF2 will never become a full esport and why it never could to begin with is that the regular people playing the game were not playing the same game as the pros. Competitive TF2 in terms of 6v6 and Highlander is a completely different experience than how most people play the vanilla game, right? And those spheres don't have any crossover, right? And since Valve didn't ship some form of competitive with TF2 on launch, it had no normalizing basis to form a competitive esport like CSGO did, right? CSGO effectively had a competitive version on launch that was, Valve set the standard of what that should be, and Valve controlled it. TF2's was derivative of the community kind of gradually forming these third-party homebrew versions of the game that strip away enough content in order for them to function. And Valve could never fully incorporate that inside of vanilla TF2 because it's not the product they're selling. It would create confusion between between most players, right? Because let's say you just plopped competitive TF2 6v6 inside of the game as it is now. Your regular player would dive in and go, oh, why can't I play heavy? Why can't there be 3 scouts? Why can't there be 3 snipers? Why can't I use this weapon? Sure. Why can't I play on this map? There is a massive discrepancy between the game most people play and what competitive TF2 is. And I think that's the biggest reason why it never could become an esport and why it never will become a full esport.
Okay, just because of, just the differences in launch and stuff. Okay, I get that. It's good to kind of just hear that coming from you, clearing that up. And then another thing I wanted to touch on a little bit was just the kind of, there was a bit of an misunderstanding with Save TF2. I remember.
Yeah.
And I know you had a misunderstanding for a little bit where it was, I think you mentioned that it was kind of like a clout fest, right? And like I can kind of see that like to an extent because I was in the server too, and obviously like a lot of like small kind of people who probably shouldn't have been in there found their way in there, and I can kind of see that end.
That's what I was referring to
yeah.
towards that. I never ever conveyed the point that Save TF2 was this clout farm for big people to kind of milk something.
Okay.
That was never my point, and I never said that. I said that I was witnessing things inside of that Discord of people, usually mostly referring to these smaller guys who are just kind of riding the hype with it. Like, oh, I'm going to make a video, it's going to get so many views,
Oh, yeah,
right?
for sure.
But naturally, the purpose of that wasn't the way most people, 99% of people were using that was because they just wanted to get Valve's attention, right? So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I get that. And then here's another. I remember. I think you said a while back. I couldn't find the place, but you said that you don't think it's smart to kind of overlap politics with your content, right?
That's
I
all my
don't think so.
questions.
You don't think you said that?
No, I agree in that I don't think you should overlap politics with your content, unless that is your content, right?
No, yeah, for sure. I was just because I've seen you kind of overlap politics a little bit with your content. So is that like?
In what way?
Well, I just remember on Twitter you had mentioned Matt Walsh, right? And then I think you on a stream you had like a Trump hat or something.
Oh yeah, okay. So first of all, Twitter's not my content. That's just me putting it. That's me putting an opinion out there, which is obviously a mistake. It's like if you never voice any political opinion on Twitter, or even not even an opinion, just like voicing just never talk about it on Twitter on either side, because you will just get lambasted miserably. And yeah, I own a Trump hat because I mean that shit's gonna be worth some money in 50 years just because of the notoriety surrounding it.
Fair.
$30 to have a piece of history? Fuck yeah, dude. Regardless of the type of history associated with it, I needed to buy one. So.
For sure. All right. And then I guess a more general kind of question is your kind of like loud, kind of angry kind of personality. Is that just kind of a part of your persona? Because I mean, I've kind of talking with you like in here and stuff. You've been like a pretty mellow guy, right? So do you just kind of like try to get loud and angry for your content, or is that actually like you kind of letting some of your emotion out?
It's an unfortunate side effect of speaking into a microphone. When you're not speaking to someone directly, everyone dons a very different persona. Like, you don't speak the same way you do to another person as you do with your mother, as you do into an empty room, as you do to your boss. Everyone has these different kind of faces they put on. And I'm very much into like what I'm talking about. If I have an opinion, I'm passionate about it. But when I'm speaking to a microphone, no one's around, and the emotions kind of go wild. So that's the main reason. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And then I've just got one more question.
You got 60 seconds. One more question.
Yeah. All right. Well, why do you dislike the chuckle nuts?
He just dislikes chuckle nuts.
That's another multifaceted answer. I mean, in terms of their podcast, I find the content incredibly boring. It's not for me. It's just a lot of mindless drivel that just that I don't find scintillating in any capacity. And then, I don't know, just the behavior, to put it loosely, of some of the members rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. It's just reflective of this newer, younger wave of content creators that seem more focused on themselves and not the content they're making.
Bro, he's calling himself centered.
Well,
oh
thank
my
you for having me
God.
on. It was nice getting to chat and kind of clear up some of your thoughts with me. Awesome.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for popping in, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
See ya. Okay, that was a full 10 minutes. I apologize.
It was with a content creator, so you can't really bust his balls.
Okay.
Marsh,
you know, I'll
please.
make this brief. Hi,
Please,
Zesty Jesus.
Marsh, before you start,
Real
don't
name.
go fucking wild on me, dude.
All right, I'll attempt to make this brief.
Keep it chill.
Hold on.
Oh shit.
And I quote, "You said gaslight, gatekeep girl balls, and it stirred a big controversy." Hey. What exactly did you mean by that?
Oh god. Dude, you gotta fucking, gaslight those girl balls, dude.
Okay, hold on. You're not letting me finish.
Okay. What do you have to say?
Okay. Now you can talk.
Oh, fuck off, dude. Oh my god. Anything else?
Look, this is the fucking problem with you guys.
What is the problem?
All right. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. You good? Look. All right.
All right. Let's just okay. If you're not willing to talk about this, you know, that's fine. We'll just agree to disagree, all right?
I agree. I
Okay.
completely
All
agree
right.
to disagree. Handshake. Vertical handshake.
No.
No?
I'm not touching your disgusting liberal
You spit
media
on my
hand.
face? What are you talking about?
Let
I think
him
you spit
cook.
on my hand, you fucker.
All right. Hey, can you pick me up from soccer practice tomorrow? Oh,
Yeah, I got you, bud.
Thank you. See you, man.
Oh
See, man.
my god, that's stupid.
Oh, love you, Marsh. Love you, bud. All right, Dillier. Or Dilly. Dillier. I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Dilly?
You have 25 seconds to join.
Oh,
There he
goodness.
is. Hello. Talk again? I can barely hear you.
I can't
I think
hear
your
you.
microphone.
Okay.
Oh wait, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
I'm kind of on a tablet at the moment, so.
I hear
so,
you now.
yeah,
We hear you now. We hear you now.
Okay. Okay. Before we start, I need to say that I have a bad speech impediment and I am also autistic, so I apologize if what I say comes out like terrible.
No, you're fine. Take your time. It's all good.
Okay. So I guess I'll start off with a question first. So you have made several attempts to quit social media. We all know at this point that you just get constantly dogpiled by the totally online, just friggin' stupid Zoomers and everything that find a problem with everything you say. So, and you have made several attempts to quit social media, but you always come back. So I was just wondering why that was. Like, why not just delete your social media accounts and never come back?
Let's not.
I mean, honest
give him any
answer is it's
ideas.
hard. Social media is an insanely addictive thing by design to keep you coming back and interacting and looking at more ads. I mean, that's the fact. Why else would it be as popular as it is for so many people, and why so many other people engage constantly in just these awful shit fests, you know? The main reason is I don't know, you just keep coming back to it. But I managed to kick it now with Twitter because I have someone who manages my account for me, so I can't even access it. So, and that's been immensely helpful for my mental health, and I don't have to fucking look at it anymore. So,
That's yeah, that's great. And yeah, I absolutely agree that it is just it is really exhausting. It is really tiring to constantly have to deal with people like that. And I'm just gonna say that I honestly don't understand why this new generation of kids and teens are so quick to just go down this scream squawk hate route instead of actually talk like a normal human being, you know?
Yeah.
It's just,
yeah, I agree. I mean,
He's not
it's
wrong.
because that's what they grew up with, you know? A lot of young people grew up with nothing but social media, like throughout their whole lives, you know? And it's settled in to be a natural part of their daily life, where they get a majority of their interpersonal interactions through the facade of social media rather than directly with each other. And it's just driven people to be angrier. It's driven people to be more bitter and unwilling to speak with other people they may have disagreements with. It's easier to fall into your own social camps and never interact with anything outside of those bubbles. It's not good, and we're still heading in very dark directions with social media. I don't like it.
Yeah, but it honestly makes me kind of glad that I did not turn out the way that those people turned to be, because I mean, I do use social media often. Most of the time, I'm just browsing Reddit and stuff like that. But I have always been taught to follow the golden rule, which is treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. And
Amen.
Amen.
And I will
brother.
always live
I'll drink to that.
by that. I will always live by
I got 20 more minutes, so let's see if I can get called on in these 20 minutes.
I completely agree.
sincerely
Treat
hope
others
so.
as you want to have yourself treated. Totally. Admittedly, I have not been doing that in recent years, and you got to just keep practicing at it. And you know, like I said earlier, everyone's a work in progress. So, all the power to you, man, for not using social media. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do, you know, I do use Reddit like normally.
Well,
Obviously,
of course he
I
uses
respond to
Reddit, man.
people,
Oh my
you know,
god.
I don't say shit like, oh, 420 Blazer or whatever the fuck.
I say that all the time,
you
bro.
engage in it. You have controlled levels of engagement that are obviously working out for you. So.
Yeah, and I'm glad to say that I absolutely do not take anything that people say online seriously. Like you can just you can call me a fucking piece of shit and I'll just be like, seriously, seriously, what the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah, a lot of people do take words on a screen and give them more power than they really have, and just turn off the computer, go outside. There's a whole big wide world out there, and the internet and social media is very reflective of such a small portion of that, and a lot of people think it's their entire world because they're just sucked in, and it's not healthy.
Yeah, it's not. Okay. Okay, so next thing I wanted to say was a comment. Okay, so you don't really know me, okay? But I just want to say that I am worried for you, okay? Because as we all know that people, you know, they constantly dogpile on you.
What is
They
blood
can't
on
handle
about?
the truth. They can't handle the things that you say, and because of that, you have you don't really. I mean, do you even feel safe anymore? Because I know that you're.
I feel very safe with my loaded gun next to me. Don't worry, I don't feel any lack of safety at all. And you said truth, and I don't think it's a lack of truth, or I don't think it's like truths I'm saying. It's just people don't like what I say, and because of the nature of social media, it just, you know, it blows up into shitstorms. So, but no, yeah, I do really appreciate the concern, really.
Okay, yeah, because I honestly can't imagine having to go through something like that. Like, someone gets so pissed off at you that they decide to leak your information online, which is in fact illegal.
Racks shotgun. Racks 4 gauge.
Yeah, I
Yes,
feel like
sir.
that's another problem. Like, I feel like the people who do that don't realize that it's illegal, or
they just don't care. They don't care. Like,
yeah, and that's
bro.
the thing, and it just makes me sad that people can just do those things simply because it's the internet. Like, people can, they know that they can't get punished for it, so that's why they act, you know, completely irrationally. And it's really see.
Yep,
Yeah,
I completely agree. It's crazy, man. All right, closing thoughts. 20 seconds.
Okay. Well, I guess all I can really say is that your content is really hilarious. I absolutely love your videos, and yeah, I just want you to stay safe. I really want you to keep headstrong. You know, don't listen to the terminally online folk. Don't let them get you down.
Those are some fucking words of wisdom, bro.
Try your best to ignore them, and just if somebody has a problem with you online, tell them to fuck off.
No, I appreciate it, man. I really do. Thank you so much for the kind words.
Okay.
Have a good one, man.
How do I leave here?
See you, bud.
Later, bro.
Okay.
He was one of the realer ones on there too. He was
What
real.
a sweet guy. You are too kind.
He was real.
All right, Beef. Hey, come on in. Hey, Vsauce. Michael here. Come on in. What's happening, man?
What is more infinite? Just kidding. But yeah, it's. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Stupid.
What's happening, man? How you doing?
Lots of
funny,
things
though.
are happening at once, and I am hiding in my bunker hole drawing titties.
I commend that, sir.
That is quite respectable, my
Yeah.
good sir. Quite respectable
And
indeed.
well, it's a big new world I'm about to step in. I'm about to lose a pretty big part of my family midway through
Really?
this year. Yeah, I
What
don't
do you
want to get
mean?
too much into that. I don't want to get too much into that, especially in public in front of people. It's a bit of a
Oh.
personal matter.
Well, I hope things go smoothly. Jeez.
I do too. But yeah, it's I'm not too much in the TF2 drama sphere. I like to play the game.
Oh god, he's gonna talk about the drama.
Smart.
Scares away all the hoes.
Smart. Just play the game. Best thing you can do for yourself, just play the game. Don't interact with people. Or just play with your friends, I should say.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
that
just
sometimes.
don't interact with people.
But yeah, I'm
period.
more of an
Very good word.
artist, and you will clearly know that I've been doing commissions.
Yep. I know.
And-
I'm a happy
well,
customer myself.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Second one's coming along nicely. I sent you a progress pic and got another one coming after this.
Looking
But,
forward to it.
Yeah, I want to ask, how do you manage your finances? To when you want to spend some money on a commission, is it just like, I want this, or I'll put aside some money and save up for that, and when I have the money to commission the artist I want to commission, you go for it.
Yeah, so I mean, sometimes you just have to jump on the ball, like because commissions from certain artists open so sporadically that you just have to jump on it. And but when it comes to budgeting, I just put aside. I have like fun money that I have for each month, and then the rest of my money I put towards my bills and my savings and what have you, and I don't touch it. And so I just have my fun money, and if I have the fun money, then I will get the commission or the thing that I want. So, yeah, proper budgeting.
Sounds good. Sounds like a good plan, man.
Well, financing is
What you need
something
in life
that
is
has
good
always
budgeting. If you
interested
can't manage
me
money, you're not going to be
since I
going
was
very
young.
far.
But I was never
It's a
good at
fact.
math.
Fair.
I can do you some good 2 + 2 = 4s, but that's
course.
about it. But yeah, since I'm on the other side of what you described, I'm the one who opens sporadically. I certainly understand that.
Yeah.
And it really, every time someone comes to me asking for a commission, I thank the Lord upstairs that
Of course,
people
yeah.
like my art enough to want to pay me to draw stuff for them.
No, that's got to be a really cool feeling.
Especially when there's like other such huge people, like before it was Player and other people. Some you look up to, some you try to talk to them, they don't talk back. It leaves a sour mood in your mouth.
No, I understand that. Yeah.
And well, that's another thing I want to say, that you're someone I look up to, and you're probably going to
Appreciate
say
it.
that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea.
It is a bad idea, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
You're someone I want to see succeed.
Thank you. I do appreciate that.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people. I've seen a lot of YouTubers go around with their videos, and like, they're fun, but not memorable. You manage to be not that. You are fun and memorable.
what you're saying is I'm memorable, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think a lot of people think I'm memorable for the wrong reasons. But
Yeah, you can say that.
I get what you're saying. I do. I get that. Yeah.
Well, 2 things before I go. I don't know how much time I have left.
Yeah, you got 58 seconds.
Ah, shite. Well, one thing I did want to discuss was the Scout Time commissioned war paint thing.
Yeah. What about it?
Yeah, I was really surprised on your thoughts about that because, well, now that the story has more light shown upon it, I certainly think that the artist should have, been on the better end of the deal. But, yeah, I never thought about the, he paid for it, so he should be able to use it the way he wants. But I never thought of like the extra compensation for using someone else's work, even though you pay for it. Could you?
No, yeah. So for me, like if you're commissioning a TF2 item, then you should just be using it as a mod for yourself, right? You shouldn't be then subsequently uploading that to the workshop and then taking a cut of the revenue for yourself. That's not how it should operate.
Not at all, bro.
You should have proper and fair allotments between the people who made those items for you, and then everyone should get their fair share of the cut. The person who commissions the item shouldn't get the lion's share. That, plain and simple.
All right.
I'll drink to that.
And
All
look,
right, you're
last thing,
right. That's last thing.
you want to
Last
say.
thought.
One thing that scares me is when I leave this world is that I'll be forgotten. So I want to try to be nice to everyone. I'm taking the
Everybody's
going to
be forgotten
to being
eventually.
memorable.
To
So
take
fair.
time. George Washington
around.
will be forgotten
admirable.
eventually.
Mm.
Right?
Good shit, man.
You just
That's
gotta live in the
that's how
moment
everyone
and
should
be
live.
happy
I
with what
agree.
you got.
Have a nice one.
That's
Zesty.
you're just a
Thank you.
Have a
collection
good
of
one,
happy
man.
memories
Appreciate you
anyways.
stopping by.
So
All right.
be happy
Next
with
up,
what you got.
Fatty Lugia.
Hello, hello.
What's poppin', man?
Nothing much. Hope you've been holding up well.
Doing good, yeah.
Yep. I just got some questions written down since my short-term memory sometimes happens to fail me. Thankfully, they're here.
Sounds good. Fire away.
Yep. Alright. Suppose I'll just go off a generic question first. You know the Game Awards, right? Stuff that went down in December?
Yes, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite Orthodox rabbi.
I was
Bill
wondering
Clinton.
if you had an opinion
Yes, sir.
on the whole, like, player's voice controversy. I doubt you do. It was just the whole thing against, like, apparently Sonic and Genshin Impact or something. I don't know.
I'm not familiar with the controversy there.
It was
Unfortunately.
essentially, apparently, just to summarize, since I don't have a lot of time, Sonic fans pissed off Genshin by posting gore art and harassment. They
Well, that's not
apparently
good.
botted votes, and then drama happened for a week, and apparently a lot of people were upset about it.
Well, that's really shitty. Jesus, what the fuck?
Yeah, and people say, and like the Genshin Impact community said the entire community, like Sonic communities, like did it, even though it was only like a couple toxic people. Just kind of a fucking shit show. I thought you would have heard of it, but that's fair.
No, I don't really pay attention much to that, but it sounds like a really dumb internet shit show, as is per usual. Goddamn.
Yep. But suppose something a little more on topic. What? I'm not saying this as in their videos, but I guess more their personalities and social media presence. What do you think of more competitive and/or potentially toxic? I'm not trying to make any assumptions, but like just more competitive TF2bers, like I don't know, JPEG, Swipes, Solar Light, those type of people.
And you're asking the question in reference to their social media presences or the actual content
or I guess
they
it,
make?
I guess both, I suppose. But I was more referring, I guess, to their personalities in some respects, since I have some kind of heated opinions on certain people myself. But I'm not going to mention anything about that.
I mean, just look at the normal Twitter interactions that they have whenever my name is brought up. I think that should give you more of a clue as to my opinions on them. They're not positive ones.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting close to
Completely
the end
fair.
here, guys.
And I mean, I just had like a lot of personal stuff
At least for
myself.
me,
and just,
in my live
it just always
stream.
seems like a constant shit
Keep
show. in
this
the
shit up
community
as
where
public
stuff like-
Any interactions that I've had with those individuals have not been good. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, a more positive question. Since you do geology,
yeah.
What's your thoughts on
Hold
like
on.
some stuff related to that? Personally, like I'm into archaeology and such things.
I think that's cool, man. Like in terms of like a certain historical time frame, or just in general.
Just kind of in general, I'm a big history buff for a lot of different things. Some of it's general history, some of it's like TV, games, a whole bunch of stuff. I'm an archivist and that sort.
No, I think that's great. I think it's important to curate all the things that happened before us, both naturally and in terms of, you know,
Shit,
human
man.
evolution.
All
I think
right.
it's great. It's cool shit.
Yep.
I hate to have to wrap it up right
Wow, these
here,
questions are actually
but
going by
I
relatively
gotta go.
fast. A lot
So,
of the other people,
you know, real
had
life
questions
calls,
going
you
on for
know,
quite a-
duty
quite a while.
calls.
I'm running out of
For-
stuff
I mean,
here.
I apologize if my answers
I might
aren't
live stream
necessarily
more later,
fleshed out for some
so,
of these.
I don't know. Yeah.
Perhaps they should. And-
But yeah.
I mean, I could go
It's nice
on and
being
on and
in
on
this.
about how people conduct themselves on social media, but I don't really think. I think everyone here already knows the answers to that, and I don't
Well,
want to like spend 10
later,
minutes
bros.
just saying, "Oh, this guy's a meanie," you know. So.
I mean,